I'm Jazz, a single mom of four, and I have two autistic kids. Let me tell you about my kids' first week of ABA therapy. I thought it was a success. Tell me what you think. So I've already noticed some subtle changes. Maybe small progress is better than no progress, let me tell you. So you know that little toy that you push things down, twist it and whatever, and everything pops up? Well, my kids, they used to grab my hands to do the twisting and the pushing and pulling, and then they would just put the pop-ups back down. Well, I've noticed that my 1-year-old, he was playing with his toy at home, and now he's twisting it, pushing the little thing, and watching it pop up, and then pushing the pop-ups back down. I'm like, you better go ahead. He's also stacking the disc on top of the cone instead of just yanking the disc off the cone and tossing them everywhere, watching them spin. He loves to see stuff spin around. So I just noticed a difference with them and their cause and effect toys, how they're utilizing the toys properly now. My oldest son is more inclined to eat by himself. I was working on that with him at home, but after that first week, now he's leading me with eating his food by himself instead of grabbing my hand and then making me feed him. He think I'm his slave, y'all. So I met with the BCBA specialist last Thursday. I meet with her twice a month for each child. So I meet with her every week. So my kids chew on everything. They chew on everything. I mean, especially my 3-year-old. He loves to hear the clicking against his teeth, find metal things to click up against his teeth. They said they're trying to get them to designate to a designated toy to chew on. So they ordered them these chewy, sharp things that go around the neck. And instead of like just stopping them cold turkey from chewing on everything, they're trying to designate them to that specific toy to chew on instead of just trying to get rid of everything all at once. Which I thought was great. Baby steps, you know, work with them. What I'm really excited about is they help with potty training. So right now they're trying to learn my son's pee schedule. So they're trying to see how often he urinates so that they can go ahead and start working with him with potty training, which is great. Because I can't wait to chime in at home and be like, let's do this together. We got to get this boy out of these pull-ups. So like I said, I do meet with the BCBA specialist once a week. She told me that she spends a lot of time with the kids. By state law, they have to spend at least 10% of time with each child. So they spend about 3.5 hours each week with each of my kids. But she says her company, they require at least 15 to 25% of the time to be spent with each child. So she sees my kids at least 5 hours throughout the week. She's monitoring the kids, monitoring the RBG. She's always in the building. So like I said, I do meet with the BCBA specialist once a week. She told me that she spends a lot of time with the kids. By state law, they have to spend at least 10% of time with each child. So they spend about 3.5 hours each week with each of my kids. But she says her company, they require at least 15 to 25% of the time to be spent with each child. So she sees my kids at least 5 hours throughout the week. She's monitoring the kids, monitoring the RBG. She's always in the building, which I absolutely love. One of the things she did say was that she was adding aggression to my oldest son's chart because he be biting. And I think last week he done bit somebody in the face, the RBG in the face. I'm like, ooh, I know that hurt because that boy biting. Yeah. The only downfall I would say is that they're getting used to the new environment, so they haven't really been eating much. I won't say that. I say as around Thursday, Friday, they ate a lot more than they did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I guess they just have to get used to these people and make sure that they're not poisoning them. Because, you know, our first years when we met each other, when my son started eating solid foods, he was like, bitch, are you poisoning me? What you giving me? So I can understand. Something else they did tell me was that they're going to use communication cards, you know, where you get a picture and you make them point to the picture so they can get what they want. Oh, one of the things they told me I need to work on is I need to require communication effort from my son. I can't just be there giving them everything they want without them doing anything to communicate to me that they want. Just because we got a celebrity thing going on, I need to require more communication effort from them, which I agree with. But you know, I'm their mama, so I'm like, what you want, baby? Oh, you want that? I got you. Here you go. I do say stuff sometimes though. But you know what, she did tell me that he did catch on quickly with the picture thing and knowing how to point to what he wanted and stuff. So I feel like he's just playing me at home. But overall, ABA was a success the first week. But I'm going, I'm still watching, still learning, still listening, still paying attention. Because if I got to snatch my babies up out of there, they're going to be snatched. Is your child in ABA therapy? Do you like it? Do you get the controversy? What is it? I don't know. Let me know something.